Okay, tell me what number one was, because number one was really, really, really important. Number one, glance back at it, is what? Happy's not bad in the Bible. If somebody just gets that tonight, that can be a great start. Number two, we've got a gospel responsibility to rebel against our misery. Good news falls on deaf ears coming from miserable people. I've said it so many times that it's just like, it's nothing new, but it means nothing to share the good news in a bad mood. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Here lately, I've just had to look in the mirror at home and go, does someone want what you have? Because that's imperative. Because we'll just be meaner than snakes, or we're just joyless, and then we're going to share the gospel with someone. Let me tell you the secret that I found to my happy life, and they're going like, our witness is at stake. And I want to push a step further than that. I've read this and reread this in my notes, and I think this is sound. For us to teach the world and the church to associate Christianity with misery is its own brand of heresy. I believe it. Now, when we teach the world and we teach one another through the church to associate Christianity with misery, it's its own brand of heresy. I truly believe that it is. I believe it counts. Would you go with me to Romans 12, 1 and 2, and let me show you something? I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Verse 2, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Look at the state of our world. Can you imagine how much light we could carry as this part of the world gets more and more miserable, for us not to be conformed to them? And that's what's happening. We're catching it from them. Instead of them catching our joy, we're catching their misery. And it literally is invading through the body of Christ and through the doors of the church. And we want to hold our hands up and say, I'm not going to be any part of that.